Well, Christmas is over, and we're waiting for New Year's. I'd like to Ebenezer Scrooge style go, bah, humbug, but I can't. I've had a really good run this year, and the holidays have been great.
2017 blew.
Why did it blow? We have the greatest president in modern American history. Does it bother you that the president doesn't own a dog, by the way? Because that's about the biggest story I can find right now. It's a slow news cycle, son. Just like every holidays.
Well, no. I mean, if the Obamas didn't own a dog.
I thought they did. Didn't they have that fucking...
Well, they got a dog when they were in office.
Well, because
you're supposed to have
for
a dog.
looks, you mean?
Yeah. Trump's not getting a dog. He's too...
What the fuck,
He went back to work. He was back at work on Tuesday.
Right. The fuck is popping? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
It's the coffee.
Sorry, buddy. I'll turn this other mic off over there.
So, I mean, he went...
There we go.
He went back to work the day after Christmas, which, you know, there's
So
probably
did
a
I.
lot of people that went back to work, but...
Everyone in my office did. I don't know
president usually doesn't, usually sort of hangs out.
My wife started a new job the day after Christmas. So,
well, that's wonderful.
I think a lot of people were working.
I saw, did you see that his approval rating, according to Rasmussen, matches what Barack Obama's was at this time in his presidency?
Well, that's cool. By the way, I've said this to a few of you via Facebook and fucking text and in person. Remember when I said, prepare yourself for unparalleled economic prosperity? And they all laughed at me. It's coming back, Joe.
It's going great.
I think we're going to be all right, man.
Now, I don't know about long term. And
how about
but whatever
20 years?
Whatever's happening,
get me to the finish line.
With the stock market, with the numbers of jobs being created, apparently this, lowering the corporate income tax rate was always a good move. It makes us competitive with the rest of the world.
Right.
I think there's a philosophy where the Democrats they don't understand, and it's not trickle down economics is kind of bullshit. But this isn't trickle down economics. If a corporation has more money to spread around, then they're going to end up paying their people more money.
My wife already got $1,000 bonus that was not going to happen unless that happened.
Yeah, so there's a lot of shit like that, and they're repatriating a lot of the money. The $2.5 trillion that's been held offshore, that's happening. So this is really a big. I'm stretching the limits of my knowledge here, but this seems to be having an effect.
So what are we cutting to make this all happen?
Well, we cut the corporate tax rate from 35% to it's either 20 or 20.94, because I saw that somebody wanted it at 2021, and that was the compromise. I don't know.
Are there bunches of useless government bureaucrats getting laid off because of it?
No, but there's a shitload of regulation that is
stopped.
Just it's gone.
Yeah.
He's appointed people in the various institutions that we have, and they have cut out a shitload of regulation. Regulation is law that's granted. There's a federal regulatory code, and then there's federal law.
Right.
So the law is written by Congress, of course, but the law might say, and we've talked about this before.
Yeah, we
the
have.
law might say, okay, you're going to create the Environmental Protection Agency, and you're going to protect the environment.
Right.
And that's all it says.
Right.
So then they put a bunch of rules in place, and depending on how whacked the people are, every agency, no matter, not to pick on the EPA, every agency adds more rules because that means more oversight. They have to hire more people. Every agency wants to grow. They want to ask for more money next year.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is. So if you get rid of, and I don't know, because there's a very strong government union, so I don't know, I can't answer whether there's been a lot of employees let go.
Do you know if all those type of people belong to the same union, or does each type of thing have its own union? You know what I mean? Or is it all the same?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but I
have no
think
idea.
my thinking is there's not many unions. There's, it's like government employee union.
Yeah.
And that's...
And they're all in it except for the ones who are the head, like, cabinet guys or whatever. Like,
well, if you're a political appointee...
that's what I mean, yeah.
Then you've got a job that was appointed by the president.
And that means you're not in the union. You're basically the boss. So they're all like little mini corporations, you know what I mean? All these agencies and fucking departments. Even the departments are like... Well, they're kind of like corporations.
And you got to have regulation.
They bring a new CEO in every few years,
You have to have regulation, but there's craziness going on, and we've discussed this on the local level as far as the conservation, which is our little part of the EPA. It's fucking insane. It's insane what you have to do.
Oh, you're talking about the local conservation commission, basically.
Yeah, but that's basically
they're lunatics.
It's a trickle down from the Environmental Protection Agency.
Yeah, they're not just lunatics; they're mostly lunachicks. Have you noticed that?
Well,
it's always some real angry, man-hating fucking broad in charge of that.
Like,
fucking
no,
thing.
you can't build your house. There's 3 trees here that are very special.
I rode horses, and I hate builders.
Yeah. Yeah, and no one's eaten my cunt in a long time.
Yeah, right.
So you're not building your house.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are 7 minutes and 20 seconds in. Thank you very
My
much.
computer's a cunt, too, because it won't load up. I can't fucking get on.
You know what?
I hate this computer.
I don't know if it's a computer. I think the internet in here is slow, right?
No.
Oh, you're not even on? I know. I know you know.
The internet is... Here's what happens.
I know you know what you're talking about.
If I was watching Amazon and Netflix upstairs when you were doing, because you texted me saying your internet's really slow, then
I was just busting your balls. By the way, I didn't mean.
Oh
to
no,
upset
but
you.
I'm not upset.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I just had a funny line, and I'm like, I want to share that line.
They slow it way down.
Yeah. Oh, because
yes, I'm streaming something.
I got you.
So my suggestion is go to my Cabana internet and sign in there rather than upstairs.
So even though I'm farther away from it, it'll be quicker.
Yeah. Well, supposedly. But now they get rid.
You got to write down the Cabana sign in later for me.
Yeah.
I know what it is. I had it on the other. You know what? A phone, a tablet, and a computer ago. This one has not been over there yet. So anyway, what do you think that the? I know you don't know, but just take a guess, because at least it'll be a semi-informed fucking guess. What do they call that? Not a hypothesis in school. An informed guess.
I don't know. Theory?
Something. What do you think that, like, picture all these bureaucrats, right? None of the highest paid non-political appointee. What do you think they make? And they've probably been working there for 35 years or whatever, maybe more. What do you think the highest paid?
I don't know. Probably
member
somewhere
of
in
one of those unions makes.
Hovering around $200,000.
Yeah, I would say just like a fucking local, hack. Probably too.
I mean, that's less than. I mean, you go to California, they have in Los Angeles, they have fucking fire department lieutenants making $500,000 a year.
Really?
Yeah, it's insane out there.
Why? Why?
Because they have insane unions, they have an insane legislature.
But they've been there forever, at least, right? Tell me that. At least tell me
they've probably
been
there
forever.
But
yeah.
it look, and they and they think they deserve the money.
Well, they do. That's the
crazy
problem,
thing.
right? That's the real problem at the
And
end
if
of the
any
day.
of you are listening, you don't deserve the money.
Right. Sorry, Al.
No fucking
does Al listen?
firefighter.
Does Al listen?
No, I don't know, but
Does he get it?
he would agree.
All right, good.
No firefighter, which is a part-time job,
Right.
is worth $500,000 a year. I don't give a shit
Yeah.
how dangerous your job is.
There seems even if you're
you weren't drafted.
right, and if you're in the position of a decision maker, there's probably one way for every fucking situation to go that you're in. It's not like you're making. It's not like you're fucking making. It's not like you're picking one of 800 different fucking decisions at a snap moment. You know what I mean? It's not.
I know.
Not a hard job, is what I'm
It's a
trying
lot
to
of
say.
sleeping and eating and waiting for the fucking bell to ring.
However, guys, thank you very much who do that job. You're maniacs. You are maniacs. However, you do also know how to eat
I'm
from
not
the trough.
saying thank you. You know,
Nah, thanks, guys.
nobody
Good job.
fucking drafted them. Nobody made anyone do their job.
I'm still
So if
saying
you decide
thanks,
to do
man.
that job, most likely you're not doing it to be a hero.
I don't
You're
wanna
doing
do
it
it.
to fucking make the money.
See, now you're being a cynic like me with the cops. You used to tell me that I was a cynic because that's my same position with the cops. No one's in it for altruistic reasons. We talk about that.
No,
Who do-
I'd
who
say
do you
that
think-
about the police too.
Oh,
of
all
course
right.
not.
Well, you were kind of yelled at me. You kind of yelled
no,
at me.
but
I got proof. It's like show 4 or something.
I don't know.
Oh, stop
If
being
I
a cynic,
did,
Al.
I was either I was joking,
Oh, okay.
but the
They are-
police side of it, you just get assholes.
Just such entitled assholes.
There's some real
The sense
well,
of
especially the
entitlement.
Massachusetts State Police,
Well, of course.
which is the worst police organization that I know of.
Yep. Go with that one, baby.
Although I've watched a documentary on the Los Angeles police, and that place is a fucking nightmare.
So what do you mean, like to do their job is a nightmare?
Well, it's just an institutional nightmare.
Oh, you're saying the police department itself
Yeah, it's a
to negotiate your way through it while you're trying
it's a fucking racist
to
organization.
Yeah. Why is it racist, Joe?
Because they had a police chief in there for 30 years who was a racist. And they brought people, while black people were moving from the South to California, the police chief was recruiting people from the South who hated black people.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that chief's name?
You're going to have to look it up.
Doesn't matter. It's just
Before
it
Gates.
wasn't Daryl Gates, right?
No, but he was a racist.
But was it before Daryl or after Daryl?
No, it was before Daryl.
Well, what the fuck? I don't
We're
know.
talking like the 40s or something. 40s, 50s.
Oh, Jesus. So you saying they have not recovered?
No,
It's that deep.
No, this is
grained
an institution here. When I say institution, this is a...
All right, now I'm not being an asshole. Was it the 40s to the 70s or like...
You're going to have to look it up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, buddy.
I'd look it up on the computer, but it's fucking loading still.
All right. Well, you're going to have to vamp a little then.
But it's a racist institution. And I believe it still is. Not as bad, but it's still racist.
Do you think
Because
that...
they hate the black people. They really do. They hate them.
really?
Yeah. And I don't think they'll come out and say that, but...
This
and there are a lot more black officers. But you know my position. All police officers
should be black. You know, I tried to fucking...
including the chief.
I wanted to yank some of that rant, and I ended up letting it go. I don't remember why. There was some...
All cops should be black.
Yeah, no, we've talked about that before.
Absolutely. No more white.
Do you think there's more black... There's got to be more Hispanic people in L.A. than black people. Does that mean there's more Hispanic cops?
I don't know.
I
Meaning,
mean,
I don't know the answer to the first question, which is, are there more Hispanics than black?
there's
and-
got to be, right?
Well, it doesn't have to be.
The Los
There could
Angeles Police Department, officially known as the City of Los Angeles Police Department, it has
Read it out while I pee.
9,800 police officers, which I think New York City has like 30,000 or 40,000, don't they? Wow, man. So L.A. ain't shit. New York still is just a number one fucking king of the world, man. New York City is a crazy, crazy place. It's the third largest after the New York Police Department, and believe it or not, Chicago. Is Chicago the second biggest city, period? It must be if they got the second biggest police department. Yeah. Which, by the way, is probably a fucking... I mean, how much of a joke... is the problems that Chicago has, does it have to do with ineptitude with the Chicago police? Do you think?
They don't go and police the black areas.
They do not police black areas in Chicago, is what you're saying. Do they?
Somebody calls for a shooting and the cops show up an hour later.
Is that a? Do you think it's like that in New York and L.A. then too, and Houston and Philadelphia and Boston?
I don't think it's like that in New York.
No.
New York has that institutional problem.
Now,
L.A. they definitely hate them. They hate black people. And Chicago, they're certainly indifferent.
Yeah. Chicago, they're indifferent about black people. So you're saying there's probably a disproportional amount of black officers as well in Chicago? Is that your theory, or I'm just I'm vamping.
Look it up.
Oh well, I mean, I'm
percentage of black officers in the Chicago.
I mean, and we're all over the place right now because we're talking about.
Here, I got a screen actually, a Google screen.
I'm on L.A. Can you do Chicago?
Yeah.
All right. So we were talking about L.A. We wanted to find out, who the fucking guy was. Oh my God, L.A. is L.A.'s a nightmare. By the way, when's the last time you were there? I hate it.
6 or 7 years ago.
Have you ever been to like Hollywood and all that bullshit?
Oh yeah.
I've been to Venice Beach, but not Hollywood. As weird as that sounds. Venice Beach is crazed, huh? So's Atlantic fucking City fucking boardwalk, by the way. They're different, I know, but it's a fucking similar crazed scene, you know?
So.
Yeah, go ahead.
Police department, race and ethnicity. Here we go.
I mean, I didn't mean to get us off L.A., buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't. It's fine. I'm done with L.A. myself.
No, it's not.
By the way, Rahm Emanuel is becoming one of the fucking biggest bad guys in the history of fucking Chicago government.
Well, he's scum.
The longer you're around, the longer you're going to be a bad guy. He's going to be remembered as a piece of shit, by the way. And he is
a piece of shit.
He's like a smart guy and everything. He used his
He's a worm.
He used his powers for evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like to keep himself in office.
He's used his powers for evil. Now, like, there's someone with similar by the way, a total racist, by the way, Rahm Emanuel. You're a racist motherfucker, Rahm. And all of you fucking lefties out there who are listening, who are going, oh, Al, that's not right. You're a racist too. Dan, you hear me? You're a racist.
Who's Dan?
Just someone who's a liberal. He's racist. Anyway, sorry.
I can't find it.
I was looking
Rahm. Around.
Oh, sorry, I was ranting about Rahm. Is there any... There's got to be... You know how we revel in the fact that the Clintons are just out of power? And
yeah.
Now, also...
Hopefully dead.
Your boy Barry is out of power, and he'll never wield power again because he can't... once you're president, you're done. He's young, too, and you can't get elected. But you can sway... I think that Obama is done. I think he's done.
Well, he did a interview with Prince Harry.
What do you mean? He interviewed Prince Harry, or Prince Harry interviewed him?
Prince Harry interviewed him.
For BBC or some shit?
I guess.
Prince Harry is interviewing people? By the way, he's probably a smart kid. Is he the helicopter pilot, or is his brother? Do you remember?
I don't know. Probably he is.
By the way, the two of them had a cameo appearance as...
Los Angeles Police Department, total minority police share is 71.5%, it says. Oh no, 64.6 minority. So they've certainly put a lot of minorities in the L.A. Police Department.
Well, there's a lot of black.
Needed.
There's a lot of black people and there's a lot of Hispanic people, and I bet you there's a lot of Asian cops too out there. So it's 30% white and 65.
Well, the idea being that the black police officer isn't going to go and shoot a black person for the fun of it.
Yeah. So is there any way to tell on your analytics over there? Someday you'll be able to just speak this and fucking figure it out real quick. Although I guess we got Alexa and all them other things you talk to. I wonder if... what was I wondering? Oh, does LA have the greatest percentage of fucking minority cops? That's a fucking...
I don't know.
It's got to be,
They have a
right?
lot of... This is a 2013. There's 3,500 whites.
You got to figure... Yeah.
There's 4,300 Hispanic cops.
Yeah.
There's 1,150 black cops. There's 700 Asian cops. 36 American Indian.
Wow.
211 Hawaiian.
Whoa.
17 race unknown.
That's cool.
For a total of like 9,920.
And the
So around
biggest-
10,000.
And the biggest group is still the whites, or was it Hispanics? I'm sorry.
Hispanics are bigger than whites.
No shit, huh? Well, it makes sense. I mean, it's
Well, yeah, it's a Hispanic city.
a Hispanic city. You know what I mean? White people came late to that shit. Hispanics
no,
were
it
there.
It was
When we
mostly
got there.
white before. It's been taken over by
Was it? Yeah, but I thought a bunch of fucking... I mean, it was Mexico. Los Angeles was Mexico.
Well, yeah, in the 1800s we kicked the Mexicans out.
Yeah, but they were all... I didn't kick them all out. Kick the government out. I'm just saying, they're
Well,
ethnic
a lot of
Mexicans.
the Mexicans killed a lot of the Mexicans.
Ethnic Mexicans have lived in Los Angeles for hundreds of years. That's all I'm saying. Longer than
I don't think you
ethnic
can be
white
an
people.
ethnic Mexican.
Yes, you can.
Nah.
Why, you think they're just swarthy white people? Like the Spanish of Spanishes?
They have varying degrees of Mexicans. You have the Mayan, Aztec-looking Mexicans that are
Listen,
real dark-skinned and look like they were part of the Mayans. Then you've got Spanish Mexicans that look almost white.
yeah.
So there isn't really a Mexican ethnicity. There's not a Mexican look. Do you
listen,
follow what I'm saying?
You're right. I used the wrong word, ethnicity. How about just national? Because like Americans, we're not...
A Mexican
American-
nationalist or a Mexican... They were Mexican,
But I'm
before,
saying there are Mexican
we can say Spanish speaking.
there are families of Mexican descent or who
Say,
are living in...
say Hispanic.
living
That
in-
works better.
Listen. But they were Mexicans. They were Mexicans because L.A. was Mexico. And then it became America. And they're still Mexicans.
There's a lot of illegal Mexicans.
That too. Although
There's a lot of illegal Spanish speaking.
Why wouldn't they just stop in San Diego? Why you got to go all the way to L.A., man? San Diego rules. L.A. sucks.
I don't know. There's a big tent city by the border. Been there for a long time. I believe it's still there.
In San Diego?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just saying.
Because people's families are spread out all over the place.
Because they've been there since before we were there. That's all I'm saying. They're ingrained.
well, I'll tell you
And
what.
they've been speaking fucking Spanish forever.
One of the things that happened is wages where Mexicans used to work, who are now afraid to come into the country because of Trump, are paying a lot more money per hour.
You got to say all that again, man. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's pick like a... we're going to pick an arbitrary state and an arbitrary country. I mean, an arbitrary business. So, the chicken plant in Arkansas,
Okay.
which used to be
There's a couple of them.
93% Mexican, which probably 91% were illegals.
Yeah, really? In Arkansas?
Say Cargill,
Tyson or some shit.
Tyson.
Yeah. Love Tyson.
They were making, say, $8 an hour. Now they're paying people 12 or 13 because they can't get the Mexican labor. They have to hire Americans. And I've always said this, because I hear this, well, the Mexicans do the jobs that Americans won't do. And that's fucking bullshit. Mexicans do the jobs that Americans won't do
For that money.
for that amount of money.
Right.
So if you offer $20 an hour to pick fucking cantaloupe, you're gonna have a lot of Americans picking cantaloupe.
Right.
So it's just you can't pay an American slave wages.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not, everybody conflates. If you disagree with, illegal immigrants or illegal aliens, then you're somehow an anti-Mexican. And that's couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, I have nothing against the Mexican people. And I understand their country sucks, so they want to come here.
Yeah,
But-
I mean,
But unfortunately, that's not. Our country is like no other, that we tolerate so many illegal people here. I mean, you go to any other country, they'll throw your ass right the fuck out.
right. I mean, by the way, I can't even relate. So I'm just I'm sitting here trying to think about, and I'm like, it's not that big a deal. The whole,
Oh, what?
illegal immigrant thing. I don't know. I'm not around
It's
it.
a fucking huge deal.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I don't experience it firsthand. Although I did experienced it a little bit with my painting business. By the way, there was a lot of
you
Brazilian.
probably did when
I did actually. I
it
gotta
was
say.
booming up here because we had Brazilian roofers.
Yeah, you had Ecuadorian Manny, right?
Or Ecuadorian.
Yeah, he was Ecuadorian.
Something.
Whatever. I mean, who cares? They're hard workers.
Spanish-speaking
Yeah.
that came south of the
They're
border.
hard workers, but the whole Brazilian painter
Yeah, they're
thing,
hard workers. They're just here illegally.
right? The whole Brazilian painter thing kicked the shit out of me, man. That actually was my death knell. Just
Well, and
taking the air right out of me.
before the Brazilians, it was the Irish.
By the way,
A lot of illegal Irish.
we
coming
love our
in.
legal Irish friends. By the way,
Legal or illegal?
oh, legal.
What did you? Illegal or
No,
legal?
legal.
Like Fran?
Yeah, I love them.
Hey, I had Fran put the doorknobs on.
Oh no, he put them on. Don't tell me he put them on backwards. I told him I would ever do it.
No, because I said I didn't know whether he knew because I didn't make Joe McCarthy put them on. I usually make the finish.
No,
guy.
I told him you have to do that. That's part of the deal.
And
Oh no.
because no, he put them on.
Oh
And
okay.
he didn't, because I felt like an asshole because I got money for him today
Yeah.
or for tomorrow.
Right.
And, but I had to say to him, hey, did you put the doorknobs on? And I think I caught him off guard. This is over a text. So maybe I didn't catch him off guard.
Oh,
But he
I had
hadn't
told
done
him. I had told him. You know what though? We agreed on just wait till he tells you to do it. I did tell him that that's part of the deal. And he goes, "Oh, I didn't work that in my price." I said, "You know what? That's fine. Just put them on." I'm like, if you want to wait till he tells you, that's fine. But
Well, I guess
It's
if
not
the
a big
doorknobs
deal.
were on and he had to take them off and then put them back on.
no, I'm with you on that.
But would that be worked into the price?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to work that into the price. It's not what painters don't usually do that.
Right.
They don't usually do that. There's usually a
So what
hardware.
I should-
The hardware person is usually the door guy, and they come by later. They don't do everything at once. That's one of the jobs that they come back and do some shit.
Well, when people throw my doorknobs into the fucking trash,
I'm with you. I think the way you're doing it is the right way. By the way,
I'm going to have the finish guy put them on before the paint.
no. You're doing it the right way. Having the painter do it. Like I said,
A lot
that's
of
the right way.
doorknobs have gone, boxes of doorknobs have gone missing between the finish and the painter,
All I'm telling you is,
which could be Bill McCarthy. You've probably thrown out a box or two of doorknobs,
Never.
not knowing it.
no. Why wouldn't I know
It's
it?
probably a box of electrical wire or something on top, and
I think the way that you're
you
doing
threw
it
it out.
now is the way it should be done. Because it's nothing. It's nothing.
Well, I
It's
can always
just
put the
abnormal.
doorknobs on, and then if you take them off, you're responsible for it.
Exactly.
That was my thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm like, put the fucking things on. But then I said to McCarthy, I said, don't put the doorknobs on. I'll let Fran
Well, that's the way we've been doing it.
do it.
That's the way me and you been doing it for like the last 5
I gotta
houses.
piss again.
That's the way to do it. Don't put them on. I will be more than happy. I would be more than happy to put them on than I am to take them off and put them on.
He's gotta like the working conditions because I never show up.
What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, I don't show up and yell at him or anything.
Oh, you're talking about Fran again?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Believe me, he's more than happy to put those fucking things on. Trust me.
Well, no, I mean, I'm saying I'm pretty easy going. So
You're a very easy guy to work for, Joe.
don't.
You even semi fall over yourself to pay guys, which is that's why you're a mensch to work for.
Well, I had to tell him he had to wait till Friday. He wanted to get paid Tuesday, I think.
I'm not even talking about Fran anymore. I'm talking about my experience with you and everyone else who's been working for you forever.
And Fran, rightly so, he didn't know that there was going to be as much chair rail or fucking window boxes. Charged me like another day, like $350.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No, I think that's fair.
No, that's fair.
Now, how much did you tell him I should pay for going back and touching up?
I think I told him that I unless someone puts an elbow through a wall or something, not.
That's kind of part
It's kind of part of it. You got to go back and make the place, look good for passing. If it takes you a day, and he knows the deal. Why? Is he wants to charge you for fucking touch-ups?
No, I was wondering if you guys had that.
No, he knows the deal. He knows the deal.
Some dollar amount.
No. That's worked into the price. I told him to figure a day I think I told him to figure a day of touch-ups in his price. You know what I mean? And like I said, barring someone putting their head through the wall, you know what I mean? If you got to patch a big thing and touch it up, because no one else is going to, it's not like you're going to have Todd back to fucking fix a hole. So he's going to have to do that. But yeah, no, he knows the deal. Why? Are you not having a positive experience with him?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
I don't know. You're
I'm
being
asking
weird.
you questions.
Oh,
And you're rambling.
I don't know.
And I said, I think Fran is wonderful.
He's the best.
Fran texts me. He wishes me Merry Christmas.
Oh, really? What an ass kisser. He doesn't even do that to me.
And he...
Motherfucker. That's
he,
nice, Frank.
He hurt himself, and I said, look,
Oh, my
if
God.
you hurt yourself, you can't make it. He was very apologetic about hurting himself.
And in the meantime...
And I'm
the
like,
pla-
Fran,
in
you
the meantime,
fucking hurt yourself.
In the meantime, he's ahead of your schedule, probably.
No, he's fine.
He's right ahead of schedule. He did good over there. I told him he could do it by himself. I only worked there like 2 days or 3 days. No, 2 days. And he did the rest.
Well, I'm fine with Fran. He probably does a better job than you. He's more meticulous, I think.
Yeah, whatever. He does the same job as me. The only difference between
I
me...
don't know. It looks better
I know it does.
because you don't give a fuck.
He also is the beneficiary of having someone fucking coach him. And fuck you.
Did I hurt your feelings, Al?
No, you really didn't, because...
One of these days, I'll dig deep and see if I can get you fucking crying over there.
Oh, you've tried
Or
before.
punch
and
me in the face.
No, you've tried, and you've gotten me
No,
upset,
I've
and I
never
didn't
really-
admit it. No, you've done it, believe me. We've had this
Have I?
discussion. Yeah,
Do
we
you
had-
know that you have never, to my knowledge, ever gotten me upset
Oh,
about anything?
Oh, that's wonderful. So why do you try to upset me?
Because fucking with people's fun.
It's your fucking hobby.
But I know that you do have
I'm very sensitive.
Yes, you're very sensitive.
You are too, by the way. You're kind of sensitive.
Yeah, not as sensitive as you
No,
think.
Jesus Christ, not as sensitive as me at the very least.
But I know there's some buttons that I can push.
Oh yeah, you get me crazy.
That'll
You can get me crazed.
get ready to fucking. But we won't do that on this podcast. We won't do it to poor Al unless we need like ratings or something later on.
Yeah, later. Save that for later.
Like
That'd
if
be
we
fun.
can get like an extra fucking 2,000 fucking listeners if Al cries.
Oh no, you'll never make me cry, Joe.
Well, I might get him to fucking.
You'll get me
He'll
to
leave.
swing. No, you'll get me to swing at you or leave. Right. I will never.
He'll probably hit me, then leave, and I'll go back on. I'm fucking bleeding
Yeah,
now
no,
from that cocksucker.
You'll never make me cry, but yeah, I know you're right. You could probably make me leave, but that would be really hard. A guy left on the radio in Boston yesterday. These guys on fucking. I know you.
He left.
Fucking. Do you know who John Dennis is? He was a Channel 7 sports anchor for years and years, and then he went on sports radio EEI for like 15, 16 years. Him and Jerry Callahan. You know Jerry Callahan, the writer from the Herald.
Not really.
They had a very successful. They were off and on number ones, and he left. The new guy, this guy Kirk Minahan, is an amazing broadcaster. He's amazing. He's also brutal, and he's kind of taken over things over at that EEI, and they got the absolute number one fucking morning show in Boston, which is not easy. You know what I mean? It's not like New York City, but it's competitive. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And thank Christ that the number one radio show isn't Maddie in the morning on fucking, what is that, Kiss 108 or whatever like it used to be. You know what I mean? These guys are interesting. It's on a sports radio station. It's sports oriented, but they do a nice show. You know what I mean? Anyway, I figured my fucking point was.
What's your point?
John Dennis walked out yesterday. He retired, and he came up this week to do.
What the fuck is your point?
He walked off the radio yesterday.
He said adios, City.
Yeah, he's farther to the right than me, and he was paired up with a fucking knob goblin, goo chewing fucking harriet, and
A queer?
yeah, total admitted cocksucker, and a.
But now this was a
couple
sports
other-
radio queer?
Oh yeah.
I didn't think they had those.
Oh yeah, they got them now, man. It's fucking PC. WEEI's got a couple of them.
No shit.
I'm not gonna say any names because it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But
You know, you don't associate sports with gay people.
yeah, there's a lot of it. That's the other thing. You're kind of fed up with all the whole gay thing, but gays are in places that they previously weren't able to get. You know what I mean? So it's not
I'm fine with the gays.
It's not like they're taking over sports radio, but they're there and they're here, they're queer, and deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey,
There is some good.
fucking gay.
There is
Whatever.
some good radio going on in Boston right now. That fucking A.
I don't listen to any radio.
You don't listen
No,
to Jim and Marjorie anymore?
I listen. Well,
Jim and Marjorie's good.
if I catch them on, and I'll listen to NPR because I can't listen to music unless I have the iPod going.
Yeah.
It's either going to be really loud or it's going to be fucking.
So you don't listen to Jim and Marjorie.
Well, if I catch them, I don't listen to them in the cabana. I listen to like our show and other shows.
When's the last time you listened to Howie Carr? Like I used to listen to him. Do you listen to him anymore?
I don't know where to find them.
90. It's the Cape, whatever. 95.1 or 94.9, whatever the fuck it is now.
So it's an FM station.
Yeah, it's Cape. You can get him, but I think he's
No,
still
I
on
haven't
RKO AM, and whatever the fucking.
Haven't listened to Howie in a long time.
Howie Carr is very old, and we don't have a talk station in Boston anymore. Isn't that wacky? We don't have a talk radio station. For years we had one, and they had old Jay. Jay's up on some weak AM signal in fucking Somerville or something now. By the way, Jay, I know you're not listening, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
might
like
be wrong, but
96.9 FM is what are they? Country music or something?
no, they have a split. It's weird. They got a split format. Like sometimes it's.
But it's not talk radio.
No, it's half urban, half not even country. It's like adult.
I mean that was
contemporary or
the
something.
talk radio station, and they gave it up.
And they just stopped. It's weird. I wonder. It's almost like somebody got divorced and lost it in the divorce.
I know, it's crazy.
Because it was a good station.
Speaking of divorce, I ran into my buddy Gus.
Oh no, Gus isn't getting divorced, is he?
I saw him at the bank today,
Oh no.
and we gave each other a big hug because we love each other.
Yeah, Gus the rules.
And
Come on. What happened? What happened? What happened?
it's he does a little of the does a little stuff, and he's been doing it for a long time.
What happened? Is his wife done with him? No, did she kick him out or did she leave?
No, I don't know. I was with my buddy Ron.
Oh, they've been together 30 something years, right?
It's very sad.
Wait. Their child.
Oh, the children are all older.
I was going to say they're all adults, right? At this point, they must be. He doesn't have
think
like
so,
a.
but I always ask Gus. Gus is a friend of mine who is probably worth $50 million. He's just an incredible real estate investor. And
you would
builder.
never know it.
Oh no, he dresses like a bum.
By the way, 50 million is high. He's probably can get up. I'm going to go with 20 million in liquid.
I don't. What's the point?
50
You know,
million.
it's like a couple hundred houses paid for. But it doesn't matter. Who cares? 20 million.
He
30
rents out
million.
that many houses now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
And he owns them outright.
Oh, I got you.
Because he buys them cash.
Yeah.
And he goes on. He's crazy. Works 14 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I didn't know that he was that.
But that's what he said to me after that. Because I always say to him, I say, hey, say hi to Lori and the kids. And, Happy New Year. And he goes, I'm not there anymore.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh.
He must have a fat batch-up pad, though.
Well, he certainly has a place to go.
Yeah, right. Somewhere he's got to
Because
go.
I looked at him and I said, you need a place? And he just smiled. He's got places all over. Of
course
he can go anywhere he wants.
Right.
He's got like 3 places on White Horse Beach.
And by the way, I'm not kidding. Whoever's listening, and some of you know who he is, you would never know it. The most unassuming multimillionaire on the planet, And by the way, totally self-made, clearly.
100%.
And fucking just a real smart dude. And, man, he likes to party.
Certifiably insane.
Yeah, he's nuts. He's nuts.
Certifiably insane. Well, the best... Look, this is years ago. Not that I think this is a great thing, but everybody has to deal with something like, no matter who you are, you've got to go to the registry and get a fucking license. And you've wanted to say, why don't you go fuck yourself, you piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Gus has told all the building inspectors who we have to deal with
Right.
to go fuck
And
themselves
lick his taint.
on several occasions.
Yeah.
He's had the police drag him out of the town hall.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And he gets everything that he wants because they don't want to upset him and get him going.
Yeah, because he'll also be happy to pay a lawyer also.
Yes, he has one.
Several.
He has 2 on retainer at all times.
Does he really have 2 guys on retainer?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Because you never know.
Yeah, he's my hero.
So it's just, it's funny.
By the way, my guy now has got guys on retainer. I found out. They're always getting into
What
some
guy?
My guy who gives me my living.
Oh, yeah, you got to have one.
He's got
one
a
or
couple dudes on retainers.
2. Yeah.
Yeah. At all times.
Shit happens.
Yeah. He's not nuts like Gus.
Well, now
you would never know.
Does he have him on retainer as far as criminal?
Oh, no. Oh, so you're talking Gus has got guys criminal on
like
retainer.
criminal attorneys.
Oh, shit. No.
No, he's probably got a dozen civil, people that do real estate
My guy,
transactions.
no. My guy's very straight.
We're talking about criminal.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
In case they get dragged off to jail out of the town hall
Oh, Jesus.
for calling the fucking, Board of Health secretary a fucking cunt.
I'm not going to say. I want to say 9 or 10 different things, but I'm not
You know.
going to because I don't want he's unique.
Because they've tried to ban him from the town hall permanently. And it's like, how can you do that? That's how he makes a living.
Yeah, right.
He can't go to the other building department.
Yeah,
So-
he's not sending anybody. It's not like he's got an office full of people.
No,
he does it all. That's the
and
other
he-
thing. He does everything.
And
he
he
could
doesn't-
have an office, by the way.
And he doesn't say to people, I'm going to kill you.
By the way,
He doesn't threaten anybody.
he could have 8 or 10 dudes and
So
women
it's like-
working for him if he wanted to.
There's free speech shit. He still frames his own houses. It's crazy.
Yeah, and he does the machines like you do too.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a nut. You guys are both nuts, by the way.
It's crazy. No, I have nowhere near the money he has.
Hey, did you get any? Do you have any projects stranded because of the cold weather right now?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'd like to. This fucking global warming is letting me down again.
No, it's got
Or
to.
climate change.
The
What
sun,
the fuck is going on here?
We are the farthest away from the sun as we get. The fucking planet is tilting not in our favor right now. It's just a deal. It's winter, man. At least we don't got snow. No
I
precipitation.
generated 18 kilowatt hours today from 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock. So in 5 hours, and we are, what's the day today?
December 28th, 2017.
We are 7 days from the shortest day of the year, and I generated 18 kilowatt hours.
Wait, I thought the shortest day of the year was the first day of winter.
Yeah, the 21st. I said we're 7 days away.
Oh, I thought you meant until. I'm sorry, buddy.
7 days away.
All right, I got you. I'm sorry, buddy.
7 days.
I got you.
7 days to the positive.
I got you.
Going up in light,
Yeah, I'm with you.
and I generated 18 kilowatt.
I don't know what
hours.
that means. You got to help me out.
What it means is, if I had turned the solar system on at 8:30, I probably would have generated 24, and that's more than the average household uses in a year, meaning 24 kilowatt hours a day. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you,
Meaning, actually, the average house, they say, uses 1,000. Jesus, it's not 1,000. 1,000 kilowatt hours a month? I don't think that's it. I think it's less. I don't know. I'd have to do the math, or I'd have to look it up. But say it does 1,000 kilowatt hours a month.
you're the one who brought it up, by the way.
30. So it's 30. Call it 30 kilowatt hours. 33 kilowatt hours a day is needed to power the average house.
Okay. And you did what today?
I generated 18, and I turned it on at 11 o'clock.
Oh, that's cool.
So if I had turned it on at 8:30, when there's actual sun, I probably would have done 24, 25.
And it's all integrated with your shit right now?
No.
Okay.
No, it's sort of integrated. I had to.
So any of the shit that you generated today, did your house use? That's my question.
I have my cabana hooked up.
Okay.
So what I did is I used 2 heaters to heat the room that room over there and the cabana,
Yeah.
along with everything that the cabana has on. And I ran it until you got here.
So the shit that you generated today, right?
Yes.
And you generated more than you used, is it stored or is it gone?
It's a good question. I have a battery backup system.
Yeah.
So what it does during the day is the chart. I have what's called an inverter an inverter charger.
And that's between the array and the house?
So the array, the two arrays that I have out there, have 3 inverters, and that transfers, that changes the power from DC to AC.
Yeah.
Turns it from DC to grid quality AC.
And both of those arrays go into that.
Both arrays are fed into 3 inverters. So
Each with their own hookups, so there's 6 hookups?
no, I don't. 6 hookups.
I see
What's the question?
2 arrays. So you got 1 array here, 1 array here, right? Now, do they go into one thing and then into those 3?
Into 3 what?
Sorry, buddy.
All right. Here's how it works.
I'll stop asking questions.
So you got solar panels.
Yeah.
I got solar panels up there.
Yeah.
One array has 16 solar panels.
Yep.
The other array has 20.
Okay.
All right. So I have 4 strings. A string is on one of the arrays 8 solar panels times 2.
I got you.
The other one has 10 solar panels times 2. So in the box that I have up on the solar array, because I have a standalone, it's actually a trailer,
Okay.
I have 2 inverters, 2 3,000 watt SMA inverters. And SMA is a German inverter. And they're very high quality because the Germans went shithouse with solar. Plus, they're good at frying up people.
So there's 4 lines going into that. 2 from this and 2 from that. There's 4 lines going into that.
There's 3 inverters, total of 4 separate lines.
Okay.
I'll call it a string.
I got
so
it.
meaning a ground and a hot.
You're doing good. This is what I need. Go ahead.
So, and what that does is when you get shading on one of the strings, it won't affect the other string.
Okay. Yep.
Because when you have solar panels in series, even though the inverters are MPPT enabled, which means maximum power point
Terminal or some shit.
transmission or something like that. It's better to have them broken up in strings.
Okay. No, I get it.
And then it turns it into AC, and then it goes into the line that runs to the house.
Maximum PowerPoint tracking.
Maximum power point tracking. Thank you. So in the house, it goes into a charge control. It's a inverter charger, and I have a battery bank, which I'm adding 4 more batteries to.
Oh, nice.
You haven't seen it, have you?
No, I stuck my head in there the other night. Remember, I came upstairs quickly to ask you for the login. On my way back down,
did you see
my
my batteries?
I did. I saw him. Yeah, I stuck my head in because I went by it. I wasn't
No,
only to look at that. That's
no,
what
you
I
can
want
go
to look
right
at.
in and look. I don't care. So I've got 4 more batteries coming, but the thing that impresses me is that I never thought I would get this many kilowatt hours out of
That's cool, right?
it. Meaning in the summertime, I'm
awesome.
going to get 40 kilowatt hours.
More than a day's worth.
It's going to be crazy.
So what I'm saying is whatever's left over. So if you get the 40 and you need 33, does it store in the batteries? Is there any waste? I mean, you know what I'm saying? What is the solar energy? Is
Here's
there
what
waste?
happens.
Is there waste?
I am not doing a grid tie system.
Okay.
Which means, okay, most systems, so if you drive around and you see systems on the roof of a house,
Yeah.
for example.
Which we see a lot more and more of around here lately.
Right. So you'll see solar panels on the roof of a house.
Yep.
Usually done by, an energy company.
Sure.
who came and sold you the thing. And there's nothing wrong with that.
A lot. Well, aren't there some programs that you can get shit on your roof and you don't pay for it? You just kind of.
Yeah. What the deal is, you're so much better off buying your own system.
Oh, right. Okay. So your own internal thing and not selling any energy. I got you.
No. You are better off buying your system because then you get the 30. So if you spend 20 grand on your system, you get a 30% tax credit.
I got you.
If you lease it,
Yep.
the people that lease it to you get the 30% tax
So
credit.
when you say
because
tax
they
credit,
own it.
When you say tax credit, you're saying,
If you owe the IRS $6,000,
oh, you're talking about income tax.
income tax,
Oh, okay.
federal income tax.
Yep.
If you owe the IRS $6,000
Yeah.
and you put up a system that's 20 grand, then you owe zero taxes.
That's amazing.
So it's meaning the federal government is paying for your system.
That's amazing.
Or it's paying for 30%. In my case, because it's basically paying for a lot of the system.
Yeah, that's cool.
So the deal is,
Are you really reaping tax benefits from this?
oh yeah.
Good for you.
So the deal is, this thing is making more energy than I thought it would.
Amazing, Joe. Me too.
So I believe
for you.
It's going to wipe out my typical $500 electric bill.
In fucking July because of the air conditioning going on. Although, wait, did you end up getting central air here, or are you still running fucking window units?
No, I got some window rattlers, but I got the 2-zone unit that I got in the shop here.
Yeah.
One of them's going to be in here, and one of them's going to be upstairs in the family room.
Dude, you are Alternative Energy Jones.
Yeah, well,
You really are.
more sources of energy and heating
Fuck,
in
man,
this house.
between the pellet stove and the fucking air handlers and the fucking... Hey, too bad you ain't got that wood burning unit anymore. Do you have anything that burns wood around here?
Yeah, the pellet stove.
No, I'm talking about logs.
Well, the fireplace.
Oh, wait, you probably got a cup. You probably got some kind of fucking wood burning cast iron number out on the fucking pool deck, too.
no.
You are an energy consuming and fucking. You're just an.
But I would like to spend. The deal is with the grid tie. Grid tie means, we were talking about this, and we probably have, if we had any listeners, they're gone right now.
No, they're not. They're
Yeah,
very interested.
They're fucking gone.
Alternative energy is fucking.
Well, here's the deal with a grid tie
Hey,
system.
if I'm interested, those fucking idiots must be.
So, where we live, our electric company charges us 22 cents a kilowatt hour for electricity.
Okay.
Now, let me put that into
So
perspective.
that's 22 times 33 per day. Go ahead. I'm sorry, buddy. It's not much.
If I lived in Florida, where my buddy Ira lives, he pays under 10.
Wow. You figured it would be more because they're sucking up. You know what I mean? The whole supply and demand thing. You would figure it would be more.
Nope.
Wow.
It's where we are. It's our electric company.
You talking about the regional power that be?
Yeah, well, what happened with our electric company is we started with Com Electric. Remember them?
Of course.
They were bought by NSTAR or merged into NSTAR, and then like 5 or 6 assholes made $1 billion, went away with the money, and saying that, yeah, the customer is going to be so much better off. And then we weren't. And then they did it again. They allowed it to happen again. So a company called Eversource now is our company, and NSTAR is gone, and 20 people walked away with $2 or $3 billion, And now our fucking electric rates are insane, and the service sucks.
Eversource is a conglomerate now of 7 or 8 previous smaller regional entities.
What they are is a group of cocksuckers who should be rounded up. I'd like to round up the people that founded Eversource. I'd like to round them up.
Isn't that
and
like
fucking kill them?
Capitalism in its purest form?
It's called It's not capitalism. It's called. This is how we're going to shuffle around some paper, and we're gonna add no value-added benefit to anything for the consumer. We're going to do nothing for the consumer. We're not going to invent anything new.
Yeah.
We're not going to provide a new service. We're going to strip away $5 or $6, $2 or $3 billion and make it worse for the customer and make them pay for it.
Right.
We call those are criminals, and that's why regulation is important in a free market.
Right.
Otherwise, there'd be more of this shit. I don't understand why they allowed it to happen in the first place. Because these people are fucking crooks.
Yeah.
So, at any rate.
Yeah, but, I mean, again, they're pretty smart. Hey.
Who's pretty smart?
It doesn't matter. Listen, these guys who
Yeah,
fucking
does
figure
matter.
out a way to bilk the fucking system, it's like they figure it out and they fucking, I don't know, money rules, I guess, is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, scum rules.
Yeah, why is that, though?
Because they're fucking scum.
Because they're allowed to be scum.
Yeah.
But so the only way to control that is more regulation, and we hate regulation.
No, we don't hate regulation at all. We hate too much
regulation. Right. I got you there. No, I got you. You're right.
And
You're
I
right.
always go back to
There
the
is good
environmental
regulation and there's bad regulation.
because you can put environmental is very analogous. You can use it in an analogous format.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can say things like,
Did you shit your sty right there or something? All right, go
if
ahead.
you step
I like that light on your face.
if you step on a turtle in the road,
Yeah.
you're going to fucking prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not a regulation. But that could be.
Yeah.
Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you have standing water in a vernal pool, a vernal pool is something that some wildlife is created in.
Sure.
And for those who don't know, a vernal pool is basically a puddle in the woods.
Yeah, right.
It's a thing that holds water.
I had to deal with them in my very limited
And
experience
they
as
are
a builder.
fucking precious.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Do you believe they should be precious?
No.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
It's a fucking hole.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are man-made.
And let's bring in
It's where somebody dug out some fill.
some fill and fill them fuckers.
Yes.
Yes.
So
And you know what? It doesn't have to be clean.
one of the
fill.
things that a vernal pool does really well is create mosquitoes.
Ugh, such a nightmare.
So what I tell my customers is go down to the vernal pool and throw in about 2 gallons of fucking cooking oil. And that skims the entire surface of the vernal pool.
Yeah.
And it catches all the larvae, and they can't fucking fly away, and they die.
And then toss a match on it.
Well, the cooking oil isn't going up.
No, I know.
Now, when I was younger, I used to tell them motor oil
Oh, Jesus.
or diesel fuel, because that'll float on top, and that will burn.
Yeah, you could really skim that off.
But I
diesel
figured
fuel.
cooking oil. So when I say the Environmental Protection Agency has gone crazy, nobody wants to drink piss. Nobody wants to, watch black smoke come out of the smokestack next to them. And we've done away with all that shit. Now it's all about, saving some fucking salamander. So, there's 1 million people that used to use this area, and now they can't because there's a fucking salamander there
Right.
that's endangered.
Right.
And some fucking nitwit thinks that's more important than,
Right.
Species go extinct. That's
Right.
the way it works.
Well, that's the way it works, and we talked about that whole thing with that's the whole species dying off because of man thing is the same thing as fucking global warming and climate change. Yes, you're right. We've alternated. We've altered how it would be if we weren't here, but guess what? We're here.
So the
We're here.
regulators who are doing the electric,
Yeah.
who are doing the power, are failing miserably, whether it's at the state level or the federal level. It probably has a lot to do with they go to the Eversource goes in and says, we're going to buy Anstar. Okay?
Yeah, I'm listening.
And then they also say something like, and we're going to need experienced regulators to fill a lot of our executive positions that pay $500,000 a year.
Right. Yeah, well, of course.
You know what I'm saying, Al?
Yeah, well, back to the
So
whole
then you have
bureaucracy
a
bullshit.
regulator who, poof, is suddenly working for Eversource,
Right. All of a sudden, they're working for a public company.
who they just voted in. Do you know what I mean? There's so much of that shit going on. And meanwhile, so this benefits a
Again, that's
small
capitalism.
group of. It's not capitalism. That's
What is it?
fucking thievery. Capitalism is you make a better mousetrap, and the world beats a path to your door. That's capitalism.
Yeah.
This is assholes jury rigging the system so that they can, a small group of people can ass fuck everyone else.
Okay.
That's not capitalism.
I got you.
That's thievery. And that's why all those Wall Street motherfuckers should have been put in jail.
Right.
Because they fucking stole. When you're Goldman Sachs and you call, you call one of your fucking, internally, you call one of your products the floating turd or whatever they called it, and then you turn around and wildly sell it to your customers, your clients. You should be in fucking prison.
I mean, they're just salesmen. They're just salesmen.
Yes, salesmen with a license.
Yeah.
Salesmen with a license who have to follow the rules. And they didn't follow the rules.
Oh,
They
okay.
sold their customers shit.
So,
They should be in jail.
what are you, pissing again?
Well, I've been drinking a lot.
I mean, what the fuck? Have you been drinking a lot? Dude, have you got your prostate checked lately?
Well, I
Oh, I'm sorry.
got something shoved up my ass.
Recently?
Yeah, no, it's right in there right now.
Wait. You have something in you?
Yeah.
What is it?
3 toy cars and a...
Oh, all right, you asshole. So you're saying that all the match boxes that are in your derriere are fucking pressing against your fucking bladder. That's pretty funny. So listen, before we take a break, I just want to go back to the solar thing real quick.
Hang on. Let me get over there.
Okay. It's a simple question, and I'm not prying into your fucking finances. I'm just asking you. Do you think that your monetary investment in solar and what you are reaping from it, can someone who makes a similar investment reap any kind of short or long-term financial gain from it?
No one's going to get a better gain than me.
Because
I
built it yourself.
I had it built, and let's just say no one's going to get a better gain than me. My ROI is 2 years.
ROI is what again?
Return on investment.
Okay.
Return on investment. is
You
2
know
years.
that it's 2 years from now?
Yeah.
That's great, Joe. So you're going to be ahead of the game in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I'm wildly interested in it, too.
Meaning?
Well, it's fun. It's fun getting something for free.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's not free, it's like fun not paying the fucking electric company.
I think it's amazing. Once again,
Telling the electric company to go fuck themselves.
You're right. Once again, before
feels really good.
Right. And it's going to all be integrated, though. You're not going to be closed off from the power company. Or
No.
in 2 years, do you think you will be? You need them for a little bit.
I'm not going to go. We're not leaving the grid.
So again,
We'll use the grid a little bit.
So again, the average house uses 33 units, and you're generating what?
Well, they
per day.
say the average house uses around, say, 1,000 kilowatt hours a month. It's probably between 700 and 1,000.
Okay.
But a lot of houses, you know, there's houses that use, 10,000 kilowatt hours a month. Mine in the summertime uses around 2,500 with air conditioning.
Okay.
In the winter, it uses.
But you can generate more fucking power from solar during the summer too.
Yes, because there's longer days. So
Yeah, right.
It works out really well.
Yeah, right.
Because I use most.
So what you're saying is 2 years from now, you will be self-sufficient in the power department.
No, I will have paid for all the shit that I purchased. All the stuff that I purchased will be paid for,
and
I'll own it.
I got you.
Meaning
All I'm
every
wondering-
dime that I put into it, between tax credits and savings on the electric bill, will have paid for everything that I made.
Right. And you'll still be writing a check to the electric company, but you'll
Probably
be
a very small check.
right, and you'll be free and clear from your initial investment in the fucking
Right. So every month, if I save
infrastructure.
$200 a month, it's $2,400 a year.
Yeah.
It's more than that, though.
Yeah, right, of course.
Because what I'm saying to you is, I'm very surprised that on 7 days past the winter solstice, from 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock. Now, granted, on a very sunny day, we could have like 3 weeks of cloudy days. I was able to make 17 kilowatt hours, 18 kilowatt hours. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think you can generate enough electricity to make electric heat economical?
Well, I used electric heaters today to run it as kind of a. Electric heat is a good way.
I'm talking about for everything, though.
No,
No, you can't do it.
probably not.
No, it's pretty expensive, electric heat.
No, not for the whole house.
Yeah.
No. But there was enough free energy for what I was doing to. I ran a lot of electric heaters today to use up the energy
Do you think?
as an experiment.
Do you think if you built a couple more arrays, you could?
Oh shit! Yeah.
You could generate enough to do electric heat.
Yeah, you could run the whole house.
How many more arrays like you have now do you think it would take to do that?
Probably one more.
Oh my God, are you going to do one more?
No.
Why not?
I
Why
don't
not?
really have the room.
There's no room back there?
Well,
There's got to be room back
kind of
there.
pushing the envelope.
Are you really? How about right there? Just put another array.
You got to
right
be
there.
in the sun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got trees there. See, I'm not. Your neighborhood's weird because it makes that curve at the end of the cul-de-sac. I can't really keep track of where the sun is, but up on the back, there's always sun.
Always sun.
Yeah. Over here, there probably isn't.
On my front roof, there's always sun, but I'm not putting shit on the
Why
roof.
not?
Because
Because you could be self-sufficient if you did that.
I
probably.
believe that it'll fucking start. It's going to rain on me while I'm sleeping, and I'm going to have to go up and
No,
fix
will
the
you
fucking thing.
stop it? There's a way. There's a way to do
There
everything.
is.
There's a way to do everything.
But I didn't want it on the roof.
All right, listen, baby. We're gonna take a break. We've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes. Can you believe it?
No, I didn't think it was that long.
All right, I want to take a break, and I got about another hour shit to talk about.
All right.
All right, son.
Well, we'll see you a little bit.
We're back. The thing is
In black.
if I brought more than a pint of whiskey, I would drink more than a pint of whiskey. And I only mix half a Coke with a pint of whiskey, a quarter of a Coke with half a pint. So I get 2 drinks out of this. But for those of you who aren't watching on TV, it's a pint of Old Thompson, which is
Great whiskey.
It's really bad whiskey, by the way. It's cheap and it mixes well. And I'm a drunk, and that's fine. I'm fucking almost 50 years old, and I'm going to die an alcoholic. But that's fine.
Now,
by the
where
way,
is
I'm going to live
that
till
made?
70.
What sewerage company is that made?
Hold on.
They use the
Louisville, Kentucky, even though it's not bourbon, it's a mix of other whiskeys. By the way, if you are a bourbon, you have to be made in Kentucky. And Thompson is made in Kentucky, but it's not bourbon. Bourbon is basically the same thing as Scotch. You know how there's single malt Scotches and blended Scotches? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Your wife drinks Dewar's, which is one of the better blended scotches,
Right.
which means it's basically garbage. However, I've had a sip of it recently, and it's pretty fucking good. I know why she likes it. Your wife, wife has a good taste in booze, by the way.
She doesn't drink Dewar's, though. She drinks Johnny
Walker. But you know what? Dewar's is her, like how I have Old Thompson in the house, she has Dewar's in the house.
No, it's not true.
I just fucking carried.
She'll buy Johnny Walker rather than Dewar's.
Yeah, but I just carried a
she might have a handle of it.
A handle of fucking Dewar's upstairs for her the other day.
Typically, she buys Johnny Walker.
All right, good for her. So,
not black, red.
By the way, that's why Patty rules, because she has booze in the house that she ain't necessarily excited to drink, but she'll give to other people.
She loves scotch.
When she runs out of all her other shit,
and
she's gonna drink
I can't
the Dewar's.
understand how anybody can drink that shit because it tastes fucking awful.
It tastes really good, Joe.
No, it's terrible.
And the colder the better, by the way, for all of you fucking neophytes. You gotta fucking have your booze cold, whether it's scotch, vodka, gin.
Well, I've
whiskey,
I've watched
rum,
shows on scotch, and
Sambuca.
A lot of these single malt scotch, some of it tastes fucking horrible. You know Billy's.
I disagree.
Do you know Billy's brother-in-law, Fred? You ever meet him?
You know what? I have not.
You have met Fred.
Tell me off, Fred.
Fred's been here for a party.
Okay.
Fred's the attorney down in New Bedford.
Now I know who you're talking about.
Yes, that Fred.
Yep.
Well, Fred.
That's funny. I didn't realize he was Billy's fucking relative by
marriage. He
marriage.
doesn't drink anymore, basically, because he's got some health problems.
Who doesn't?
But he used to drink scotch a lot.
Scotch is delicious.
But he has. So now he's become a collector. Not in the crazy sense. He has 70 or 80 bottles of scotch. And every bottle's different. So, we went down there for Thanksgiving. We've been down there for Thanksgiving for the last several years, except not this year because they're remodeling their house.
Yeah.
Because their kids are gone, and so that's what they're doing. But he loves talking to Patty because they can sit there and talk about scotch and how it tastes.
Okay.
And she's got a great palate for scotch. You know what I mean? So,
it's
not a lot of women that...
You're right about that, by the way.
It's not something you think of a woman, as sexist as it may sound.
You know what, though?
To all you scotch drinking women.
It's a fine quality in a woman you're going to marry.
Yeah. Well, that's why, it's one of the many great things about my wife. But she, she's a scotch drinker.
Yeah.
And that's her deal.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's a wine drinker too, and she's making her own wine, so she's drinking a lot of that.
Oh, by the way, I fucking lost out on a fucking bottle. She gave me a bottle of the red wine, and then the night of her, she fucking, I don't know. She's out of her mind.
What, did you take it away from you?
No. Maybe now I'm thinking that I just forgot where I put it. But she's a maniac, your wife.
She's interesting.
She is.
She's very interesting.
Yeah. I forgot where I was going with that, Joe. I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, you were going to ask me how many Matchbox cars and golf tees I have shoved up my ass.
Oy vey.
So I was out in the cabana today, and I was thinking to myself, I have 3 of these Maximum condoms.
Oy vey. From where?
So I said, why don't I chuck a couple of Matchbox cars in there, thinking of the... and then get a little mineral oil and see how many of these I can shove up my ass.
Ouch.
So I got 3 of them out there and 15 golf tees.
Oh, my God.
That's making me pee a lot.
Oh, it's just pressing your bladder against all the rest of your junk.
Yeah, it's like So I don't know how long I should keep it in there.
Oy
What do you
vey.
think?
Hey,
It's been 5 or 6 hours now.
by the way, and I'm going to take a 980-degree turn in what we're talking
I'm
about.
only kidding about the condom. of
Here's
course.
something that we've talked about before, and that's our recent attendance at new movies. Now, you know that I'm a movie lover, and you are too, and
I love movies.
we like different types of movies. I think you don't give a fuck about Star Wars movies, or do you?
Well, you got to understand, I love the original 3 Star Wars movies.
Okay,
They
go
were
ahead.
fucking fantastic.
Go ahead, keep going, because I got some opinions. Go ahead.
But the second 3, I could barely get through. And
Okay.
then there's some new shit that I just don't even want to watch.
How about, so there was the first 3, which became episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
And then they made 3 more, which became episodes 1, 2, and 3. Now you're saying those that became 1, 2, and 3 were shitty.
I'm not, you know what? I'm not saying that they're shitty. I'm saying because maybe they were better than, I'm saying the first 3 Star Wars movies I watched with a pair of eyes that were,
Young,
in my
young.
76.
Well, it was 77 it came out, the first
77, the first Star Wars came out.
one. Yeah.
I was 14 years old.
40 years ago, everybody.
So I don't know when the other 2 came out, but I'm guessing that they
It
were.
was like 81 and 83 or 84, something like that.
Okay. So I wasn't any more than 20, 21.
Yeah.
Probably not. Well, if it was 84, I was 19 or 20.
Good movies,
So I watched
right?
all 3 of them
Good movies.
before I was 22 years old.
By the way, the second one, The Empire Strikes Back, is on a lot of people who know about movies list as the best movie ever.
So I'm going to say those first 3 movies are fabulous. Now,
The third one wasn't that great.
Return of the Jedi.
Right. Not that great a movie.
All right. So I love the first 3 Star Wars. Now,
Yep. Go ahead.
the second 3,
Yep. Which were the first 3.
which
Gets
you know,
confusing.
no, I get it. They put them in. This is pre.
It is what it is.
Time wise, it's supposed to be before the first 3 movies.
Around the time that the second one became the greatest movie ever, they started going, Jesus, we got to make 9 of these.
Right. I don't even think George Lucas needed to do that. He's not even involved now. It's owned by Disney.
He has to give
He's got
a
final
nod,
cut.
some kind of nod. I don't know if it's final, but he's got to give a nod at some point.
So they paid him $4 billion, and they got to get a nod for
He's
him.
got to get a nod. Yep.
So maybe if I saw the second 3 movies with the same eyes as someone that's from 14 to 21,
I got you.
they would have been fabulous. But I
got
just
ya.
found them.
I found the first one in those series, the one with Liam Neeson and Ewan, however the fuck you say that, McGregor. I found that first one.
Ewan, yeah.
I thought that was a really good movie. I really did.
Did that have Samuel Jackson in it?
It did, and I think he might have been
Yeah, I
in
think-
all of those middle 3 movies. The 4, 5, and
I think
the
I-
1, 2, and 3, which was 4, 5, and 6, whatever.
But if you were there, if you're old enough to have actually watched, like I saw Star Wars, the first movie
Yeah.
at the fucking Kingston Drive-In.
Sure. You know what? I
You know
saw.
what I mean?
Me too, by the way.
And if you don't have,
Oh my God! Did we see
Harrison
that together at
Ford.
the fucking Kingston? We might have.
Who knows?
We might have.
my father took us to go see the movies.
I used to go there with your mom a lot. Not,
So-
not alone, by the way, with
Were you
like
eating
7
her?
other kids.
We eat my
No,
mother.
I'm talking before I had pubic hair. I'm sorry, man.
So
We might have seen Star Wars together.
You never know. But
40 years ago.
it was fucking magical.
Yeah, it was.
Not only was the shit that you saw on screen was you never saw it before.
There was like no dangling nylon string
No.
hanging.
Here goes the rocket, and there's a fucking string pulling the rocket.
Right.
And like there's a Burnsomatic torch sticking out of the bottom.
It looked great.
It's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they had, the ship came like from behind you.
Yeah.
And the size of the ship, the scale wise on the screen, it looked fucking huge.
Right.
And it was rumbling. It's fucking amazing. It was amazing. So, I mean, those movies for the time were fucking amazing.
So far ahead of their time.
The movies that they made,
And they went out of their way on the last few to make them look like those, by the way.
But the technology wasn't that much of a stretch for the second three.
So, would you say that you saw the first 6 in the theater?
No.
Or drive-through or whatever?
I don't think I saw.
Drive-in, asshole.
I don't think Now, I'm not sure. Tell me when did the second 3 come out?
Well, I'll tell you when the first one of the second 3 came out, and that was, we've talked about this particular trip to California. The first time I saw that movie was about a year after it came out, and I was in California with Anya and Charlena, pre-Evan. Charlena was probably a year old. So, 6.
Oh, then I saw it. I definitely saw it in the
So it's
theater.
97, and then, 3 years. So you had 97, 2000, and 2003, and then they didn't.
I probably saw all of those in the theater,
Yeah, I didn't.
And
I
I-
saw those all on TV.
and I don't remember them.
Well, the first one was a really good
They're
movie. The other one-
unmemorable.
you know what? Even the sixth one, the third one of those was good too. They did a good job. I
I'm not
have to
saying
say,
they're
I'm
bad.
particularly disappointed in these new batches of films, and J.J. Abrams was involved, and we love J.J. He did a great job with the Star Trek reboot. But that last movie, did you see this last one? Not the one that just came out, but the one before. They called it, wait a minute, we just had The Last Jedi. Was this one? The fuck was the one before it? I don't know. Did you see those? Have you seen the new one?
New ones meaning after the 6, like 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, 9's not out. 8 just came out.
No,
I saw it last night.
no,
So you didn't even see 7.
I haven't seen 7, which I think I can watch for free on either Amazon or Netflix.
7 was okay. I gotta say, the one that I saw last night, it's a one-timer. You know what I mean by a one-timer with a movie? Like you watch it and you're glad you watched it, but you
Say you're wicked drunk and you're walking through the park, and this toothless whore comes out and she says, "I want to fucking blow you,"
right.
and you let her blow you, and then you go home and throw up thinking about her.
Yeah.
That's a one-timer.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't
This
that
happens
bad.
to me every day, folks. I don't know why.
Jesus.
And I don't even go walking through the park.
Well, the last movie.
Just kidding. Go ahead, Al.
The last movie, Han Solo died. You didn't see the one that Han Solo died in?
Yeah, but see, the problem is Han Solo is Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
And Luke Skywalker is whatever that
A
guy,
whiny bitch.
whatever that guy's name
He's a
is.
whiny bitch is what he is.
And Carrie Fisher, who's fucking dead,
Oh, my God.
is Princess Leia.
She can barely form a sentence in English, by the way, in the movie. She's hot like this. She's
Who?
Carrie Fisher.
In what movie?
The one that I watched last night, the new Star Wars movie, which came out, they wrapped all her shit up before she went and died.
Oh, really?
And yeah, she got a full...
I was going to say,
They
she's
did not-
fucking dead.
They didn't kill her character off. I predicted they would because she died. No.
Yeah, but is she...
Princess Leia is alive.
do they
and
show her
well.
as fucking old as she was right before she died?
Oh, yeah. She's walking with a cane, dude, and is just so fucked up from a lifelong fucking addiction to alcohol and opioids.
Oh, drugs.
She's fucked.
We didn't even talk.
She could barely stand.
Yeah,
And-
it's so sad.
So the cool
and you know
thing
her
is
mother died like a week after her.
Yeah, but the cool thing is
Her mother was
they
Debbie
finished
Reynolds, or
Debbie Reynolds. They finished the movie. Her
Jesus.
father was Eddie Reynolds. Eddie Fisher. They fucking hence her last name.
But
They
her
finished
mom,
the movie
she and her
before
mom
she
were
died.
real close. Yeah.
So now they got to come up with a storyline. Although at the end of the movie, there looked like some CGI shit going on. Like maybe they did film it in order. You know how they don't film every film in order, apparently? I don't know anything about the science of making
I don't
films.
think they film. Most films are not filmed in order.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. That particular one probably wasn't because she was in a lot, but at the end, there looked like some CGI shit. And I'm just saying it was the end, not because,
Say you're watching a movie, right? And there's a scene where the guy's sitting on the fucking toilet, and they go back to the guy sitting on the toilet like 17 times.
Oh.
Well, they didn't 17 individual times stick this guy on the toilet.
Right.
They took 17 takes of the 17 scenes they needed shot on the shitter.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're constantly filming shit. Which, by the way, this is what I'm going to tell
And then they
you.
tie it all together.
This is what I'm going to tell you. They could not possibly have adhered to that filmmaking philosophy for the new Star Wars movie. Star Wars, The Last Jedi, is the singular #1 worst movie I've ever seen in the theater. The movie I went to see last night, the new Star Wars movie,
it's horrible.
Is fucking the worst movie I've ever seen in the theater. And I'm
hearing that a lot.
And I've seen...
Now, you're embellishing a little bit.
No, I'm not. And I've seen Dr. Pepper's Lonely Heart Clubs Band starring the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton. Those of you out here, do you know what I'm talking about? That movie that was universally accepted, other than Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, as the worst film ever.
But at least it had
the fucking
Peter
Star Wars
Frampton in it, probably playing some guitar.
He played Billy Shears. By the way, the Star Wars movie I saw last night was singularly the biggest waste of fucking 2 hours and 45 minutes of my life ever.
Not
it was
to mention
awful.
$23.50 for a ticket. Or
No,
whatever they get.
No. Wareham, by the way, and I bought me.
Oh, did you go to? You went to the flagship.
Listen,
there you go.
Me, the old man, and Evan. I got there early. I bought our 3 tickets.
How did the old man like it?
Hold on. It was $25 for the 3 of us.
That's not bad.
That's fucking good, right?
Well,
and they serve beer, which we didn't take advantage of because
before the popcorn.
I had whiskey, and my old man did, and I'm like, "Fuck!" Some 12-year-old chick sat next to me. I'm not gonna. It's totally inappropriate for me to swig whiskey in the fuck.
No.
And I'm looking down at my
Don't
father. I'm looking at my father. Evan's between us. I'm
I'm
looking at Dad. Dad's got like a 7-year-old next to him, and he's like this. Woo! He's got a beer in one hand and whiskey in the other.
During the break, you guys have to understand. Al, he's a good guy, but he likes to lie.
No, I don't. I'm telling
Not
the
only,
truth. Joe,
not
I'm
only,
telling the truth.
Not only did he tell me that he drank next to the 12-year-old girl,
No.
but he fingered her too.
Oh shit! All right, so listen. I'm giving you my honest assessment of that fucking movie. It was awful.
So I'm not going to theater. I'm not going to the theater to see it.
Now listen, Kat and I have already bought tickets on Fandango, which is amazing. Now you can go online, just buy tickets. Anyway,
You can see the movie online.
So listen, we're going to see Downsizing. You know what this movie is?
No.
Downsizing is a movie starring Neil Patrick Harris. You know who that is, right? Doogie Howser and fucking...
The gay guy.
Yeah. He plays a guy who figures out technology to shrink people so they can take advantage of infinite natural resources.
Sure.
Okay? Got the idea?
A head of lettuce will go a long
And
way if you weigh 3
Matt
ounces.
Damon is in the movie, but Neil Patrick Harris is
He's a star.
he's the Bill Gates or the who's
How
the
big are
asshole
the-
from Apple?
How big are the black cocks in this movie?
They must be huge,
Are they
right?
fucking like whales?
So right. I mean, is your interest peaked? It's a pretty good movie. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Kat and I are
Only
gonna go
if
see
they
it.
have like a black cock that comes fucking
But,
shooting in
Yeah.
and gets to 3 inch
you know who
tall
else is in
Neil
it?
Patrick Harris.
You know who else is in it? Is that guy?
No, blows a load and Neil Patrick Harris and Matt Damon go flying and fucking into the rocks and die.
You know who else is in it? Is that that Christoph Waltz? You know who Christoph Waltz is?
The guy that was in Inglourious Bastards.
Inglorious
who paid
Bastards
the German prick.
and Django.
Django Unchained.
And he won 2
Yeah, that guy's great.
supporting actor awards in a row for those 2 movies.
And he should have. He deserved it.
And the commercials
Fucking excellent.
that this fucking movie have that he's in, he looks amazing. It looks like a great movie. I can't wait to see it. That's what I like. I like inventive sci-fi, which, by the way,
With
again,
maybe a dialogue that was made for somebody that's, at least 15.
right. Yeah, right. It sounds intelligent.
Something where you
at
have
the
to
very
actually
least.
think a little bit.
That fucking drivel I watched last night, man. In
Well,
the theater.
and that's that's what I watched a documentary on Spielberg, and one of the complaints about Spielberg is Spielberg has made a lot of great movies,
yeah, sure.
but a lot of his movies were, they were made for the lowest common denominator.
Again, you trying to sell tickets, man. Asses in
And
seats.
he's done, the guy's he's got $4 billion. He's done incredible.
Yeah, right.
And he made Schindler's List, which is one of the all-time great movies ever
Never
made.
saw it. Never saw it. Should I
Well, you
see it?
should.
Will it upset me? I don't need to be
I don't
upset,
know.
Joe. That's why I've never seen it. I've heard enough about
Well,
it.
you
I'm
are
like,
sensitive.
it's going to upset me, isn't it? Sophie's Choice upset me.
Well, if you want to watch, if you're upset by massive amounts of people being killed for no reason,
So I
then-
don't need to see that movie.
No, you don't need to see it, but it's an unbelievably well-made movie.
And I believe you because that's kind of a universal thing. That's why I don't need to see it. I don't need to be moved in that way.
No, it's ugly.
I'm looking to protect myself, Joe.
It's
You know what
ugly.
I mean? That's my whole thing.
But it so baffles me, this whole Holocaust thing, that I'm fascinated by it,
That's crazy, right?
because it's almost unbelievable that a group of people, a very highly technical, educated civilization
Totally.
would do that to a group of people.
Who are also integrated in that highly fucking technological,
And I mean,
total like contributors to the human fucking,
no,
the
I mean
human way.
you're talking about. I'll give you an example. Jews are 20% of the Nobel Prize number of Nobel prizes go to Jewish people.
1 out of every 5
Go
Nobel
to Jewish
Prizes.
people, even though Jewish people make up like I don't know, there's 17 million in the world out of 7 billion.
Yeah, I don't know my calculator. It's
I can't do it.
It's minute.
I can't do the percentage is so
It's
far
minute.
away. If you take the number of patents that are granted to Jewish folks,
They're smart
compared-
people.
they're extremely smart,
Yep.
and it's not so much that they're smarter, but their culture education is paramount.
Yeah.
In every Jewish family
And
that
they're
I've ever had an experience with.
Spiritually at ease.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, as you know, one of my very best friends is a Jew, And I've learned so much from him.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I am in awe of Jewish people.
No, and I don't understand why anybody would want to get, do that kind of thing to Jewish people.
I have
something?
I have Jewish nieces and nephews, by the way.
They would do
and they
that.
are amazing people. And their whole family on that other side of the family are amazing people.
They did that to the. It's not that long ago when the whole Bosnia-Herzegovina thing blew up.
Ethnic cleansing type shit.
And we're talking about serious, genocidal shit
it's like
going
the
on.
early 90s.
Yeah, 90s.
Yeah.
And we're talking about people killing their next door neighbor because they were Muslim.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they lived next to him for fucking 17 years.
Yep.
And then once this war broke out, they went over and fucking killed him. They raped him. I don't know, man. Humans are fucked up.
People are fucked, especially when religion with a capital R is involved. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just, hey, you know what? There's a fucking genocide going on, probably 2 in Africa right now.
Where are those?
And I haven't looked it up, but they were selling slaves in fucking
Somalia
Liberia.
Oh, Liberia. Oh, there's always been slavery. There's never not been slavery there.
Liberia was founded by freed slaves from the United States.
Yeah, who had interest in selling other fucking people.
Gee, it's just
they were like, we know
it's fucking crazy.
We
that
know
this
the
goes
trade.
on.
We know the trade, and we're gonna go back and fucking start
we're
selling
gonna
some
grab
fucking
these.
niggers.
We're gonna grab these people out of the trees and fucking sell them.
Because we know how to do it now.
Right.
It's the ultimate in capitalism. Liberia is maybe the most capitalist place in the history of the fucking universe.
But no, the Sudanese, because the Sudans have a bunch of Muslims, and the Muslims kill all the Aboriginals that aren't Muslim.
Right.
So that that's kind of, it dies down. Well, it depends on how much attention George Clooney pays it. You know what I mean? Which isn't saying anything bad about George Clooney.
Yeah, right. Whatever. He's allowed to voice.
You can't
his opinion.
expect him to fix it.
Right.
But at the same time, he got a little bored with it and went away. But that shit's still going on. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Everything's crazy, Joe. Hey, this is the first broadcast we've had in over a week. Fun, right? We had fun, right?
Of course. It's always fun.
Actually, it's been a week. It seemed like longer. I missed. We did because we did so many in a row. Then you went away. And
we did one last Thursday, right?
We did one last Tuesday and Thursday, which I have to re-edit. I told Patty I would edit some shit out, and that's fine. Patty, by the way, if you guys are listening tonight, kinda right at yahoo.com, kinda right at yahoo.com. By the way, that's the other thing we were talking about. Did you find a new host for us?
No, I'm not going to look. You know why? Because for now, we're just going to let it.
I agree, but how's this?
We're not doing it.
There is third-party non-hosting.
I know, and
I think that'll work for us.
I went through one of those, and our numbers are so low.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It's not worth doing right now.
I agree.
So
I'm glad that you came to that.
We're just gonna do this for a year, and
2 years, buddy.
Well,
2
no,
years.
I mean we'll do the whatever we're hosting with now for a year.
2 years.
And see what happens.
And you know what?
You know what the encouraging thing is? Have you noticed that when you look at the people that have listened, down at the bottom, it's the number of people that come in through RSS feeds has grown. It's grown.
That's important.
So,
because we got like 12 RSS feeds out right now.
That to me is huge.
Yeah.
But it's so early. I mean, it's still.
That's fine. Dude, we're fucking a couple months into this.
Well, no, we're literally, it's the 28th. We started November 21st.
Oh, you mean with worldwide? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
It's so early, man.
too early.
Yeah. That's all right, which is fun. It's fun to talk
And if
about.
nobody
That's why we're
listens,
doing it.
Don't fuck you all. And
You know
we'll,
what? People are going to find us, Joe. You know what I mean? We got enough tags out there, and there's enough. We've thrown out a lot of lines. I'll figure something else out, too. By the way, I'm probably going to have to go live on the news. If we get a big blizzard, I'm going to go downtown Plymouth. You know how they're always down there in the waterfront? I'll just go like put kind of right, like kind of on my left butt cheek and right on my, you know what I mean? And moon the fucking thing kind of right.
Oh, kind of wrong.
All right, so let's all try to stay healthy. And
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. By the way, I know you told me. What are you guys doing for New Year's?
We're going out to Patty's mom's.
We're going to sleep there.
We're going to spend New Year's Eve with her.
That's nice. Kat and I are going to do nothing.
That's even better.
And then New Year's Day, we're going to go see Downsizing, like we were talking about.
There you go.
And then she's going to go to her part-time job, and I'm going to go to bed until 6:30 the next morning.
There you go, baby.
All right.
Back
I'm
to
Al,
work it is. I'm Joe.
And we're kind of right.